keep applying. I've tried every strategy out there. I even do that thing where you only look at the jobs posted in the last few seconds or whatever. I'm applying to junior roles. They say no degree required, no experience necessary. Then the waiting. It's the ghosting that really gets me. Did I miss the boat? Is there something wrong with me? Is there something on my resume that says, don't hire me? What is it? I'd love to know. Should I just give up? Does this sound familiar? My name's David and I've been in tech for over 26 years. I've been a developer, a tech lead, a CTO, and I've also managed recruitment teams. I've seen pretty much every mistake you can make, and that's what I want to teach you. I want to teach you how to avoid those mistakes. Now, back to why you're being ghosted. Firstly, your profiles, LinkedIn or your resume, are not communicating clearly enough where, when and how you've been using the technologies that employers are hiring for. Secondly, because you're applying on big job boards, you're playing into their hands. And due to the thousands of applicants, they can push the bar up and up and up to the point where you're almost certainly going to be ghosted. Now, if you want to understand this more deeply, allow me to explain. But first, tell me if this resonates. The customer is always right. But who is the customer? Right now, your customer is the person on the other end of that job application, the recruiter or the employer. You see, you want a job, but what do they want? They want to find a good enough developer faster than all of their competitors. They want to get paid, and they're not going to be the only agency that's looking. So the problem is they need to move fast. And in order to do that, they need to only be interviewing the promising candidates. Anything less than that is a risk. So all of the competitors are going to be trying to flood that client's interview calendar. If you want to get your candidate seen, getting in early is vital. Worse still, the applicants, you, are expecting this person to read their resume, read their LinkedIn profile, test out their side projects, read their blog. When you think about it, that's a lot of work just to see your value. Is there no shortcut? Is there no way that we can help our customer to find their product faster? This is your job, and this is the way to end ghosting once and for all. So how can we demonstrate our value more efficiently? Well, don't make them read, don't make them click, don't make them search, don't make them have to view or use your side project. Don't get me wrong, all that stuff is great for the interview, but if we're going to get an interview, we need to get past this paper sift. So start to think like a business. If they want to see you using the technologies, you need to make that clear. Show where, when, and how you've been using those technologies. I know, you want an example. We'll get to that in a minute. So the problem is, most developers don't make it easy for the person reading their profile to see their value. There's kind of an expectation that the person has the time or the inclination to read through everything you present to them. Let's think about it. That person's got no time and thousands of applicants. That person has probably got a job description in their hand, and what they need is someone to tick off all of the required skills and all the nice to have skills, or as many as possible, as quickly as possible. They're now scanning through your headlines, summaries, projects, experiences, looking for evidence of you using that tech. And the more you show it, the more confident they get. This is the same for your resume, GitHub, portfolio website. In fact, anything you want to present as evidence of you being a good developer. So this will definitely help you get seen when you apply in those crowded environments. But why do you want to apply there? So, recruiters don't wait for a job to be advertised and then try to fill it. They needle the potential employers until they open up a position. And that's what I want you to do. Become your own recruiter. So when there are thousands of applicants on job boards, do you think the recruiter or the employer is going to read through every single resume, every single profile, every single project that you do? This is actually where another source of ghosting comes from, the rising of the bar. Recruiters look for shortcuts. It's time for some strategic filtering. Despite not needing any experience or any degree on the job specification, we've now got thousands of applicants because we placed this job on a jobs board. And so what should we do? Well, do we really want to interview thousands of people? Hang on, let's imagine. Do any of the people who have applied have a degree? Yes, only 100 of them. Great. Okay, let's sideline everybody else. Don't reject them just yet. So of those 100, do any of them have a degree from a fancy school? Yes? Excellent news. Turns out there's only 20. Of those 20, do any of them have experience? Turns out 10 of them do. I think you know where we're going to start with our interview process. And why don't we start interviewing in the order of who has the most experience? So while we're now interviewing those people, recruiters tend to leave the rest of those people in limbo. This is another form of ghosting. And so we might say to you that there's been a delay or we're waiting on further information. What's actually happening is we're interviewing everyone who looks better on paper than you. Actually, we're looking at all those people who made it easier for us to see their value. So do you see what's happening? Because you applied for a job that required no experience and no degree, but you applied alongside thousands of other people, this meant that the employer or the recruiter had so many options that the bar got pushed up and up and up. That's why you're being ghosted. So there are two solutions to this problem. The first one is to make your profiles communicate your value and your tech usage as efficiently as possible. Secondly, stop applying via channels where you know you're going to be one of many hundreds, if not thousands of other applicants. Learn to be your own recruiter. Find companies that hire developers like you and entice them to hire one more. Thanks for watching. I hope it was valuable. Let me know if you've enjoyed the video, and if you've got any questions, I'll see you in the comments. In my next video, we'll discuss crafting the perfect LinkedIn profile. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.